What is going on, everybody? Thank you for clicking on this video. I am in the studio today at Living Spaces where we shoot a lot of our commercials. And at the end of the day, I wanted to send out a huge thank you to all of you in the community who helped us with our recent Buy One, Give One event. So if you don't know what it is, we were running an event the last 2 weeks where everyone who purchased, anyone in the communities that we service, purchased one of our premium Revive mattresses. We are donating a twin size set for foster kids in Arizona through Arizona Helping Hands, one of the most amazing nonprofits out there. Google it, look them up, they are unbelievable. Shout out to Dan. And so at the end of the day, we ended up doing 478 of these BOGO mattresses. So I cannot wait to get the whole team and the community in Arizona to help us bring them and deliver them in a couple months. It's gonna be very exciting, so thank you. And I had a lot of people reach out during this event and ask like, well, what's it all about? Why do you guys do it? And at the end of the day, I'm calling it Experiential Giving, right? So maybe someone else had that name out there, I don't know, but if not, then I'll coin it, right? And what that is instead of just writing a check, which, hey, if you're a nonprofit or a big company and you're writing a check to a nonprofit, awesome, keep writing those checks, right? But experiential giving is different. It's where the guest has to actually do something and your sales team, right, does something, and when those two things happen, you get X result. So for us, the salespeople practice and they role play and they memorize their knowledge and they do all these things to make sure they're linking their guests with the perfect night's sleep on one of these Revive mattresses. And when that happens, obviously the guest makes that purchase and then a foster kid is getting a bed. So not only do the people who are doing the actual purchasing feel really good about it, right? So does the person who is, selling that item. And so that's why I call it experiential giving. And I'm kind of challenging more corporate companies out there to do it. And the reason why is because it's great for your business, really good for your overall culture. And so I'll give you a little example, right? So let's say these two pillows here represent sales, okay? And so for a typical time frame or a typical promotion, maybe in like My World mattresses or furniture or whatever world you're in, electronics, you run a big sale, right? And so, hey, you get this thing for $500 off or $1,000 off. And so you spend a bunch of money on the commercial and the talent and the products and all the different stuff, and you drive those guests in and they make a ton of purchases, right? And so you drove more sales. But you had to pay for the commercial and you had a much lower margin, so you had to increase your revenue. And at the end of the day, you're left with this profit. And let's say it was a great event, there's your profit. Well, I would challenge more people to run events like we did with our Buy One, Give One. You know why? Because one, we don't discount, we're everyday value. And we want to be transparent to our guests. We want them to know they're getting that value. But we run the event, we still spent the same amount on the commercial, but what happens? More guests came in to purchase, just like they would for sales. And that tells me that consumers want to buy from companies who are giving back, and if given an option, they'll choose to do the thing that helps other people, right? We just have to make it easy for them. And so yes, we have to pay for these beds. They're not cheap. We make nice plush twin sets. We call them our giving bed, and that's what we send out. But at the end of the day, we got more sales, we offset it with the cost of the beds, and we ended up here. So my contention to those corporate companies out there is, listen, hey, you could end up even, but are you really even? That's the question, are you really even? Because I would say this represents something pretty significant. In our case, this represents 478 kids that may be sleeping on the floor, maybe doubling up in multiple beds, right? That now have a safe place to sleep. And that's basically priceless, right? But let's just say this represents that, okay? So here you go. And I don't know about you guys, but a lot of our company are millennials, right? And it's not just millennials, it's everyone, but especially young people want to work for somewhere where they feel proud, right? And so let's just say this represents that, right? They want to work for a company that's doing something and where they can feel good every day coming to work. And I don't know how you quantify that, but let's call it that, and let's put it here. So the question is, when you run an event like that, are you truly even, or are you much more than even? And so to say thank you to you, I'm actually going to ship these pillows out. 2 sets, so 2 people out there, you want an amazing night's sleep on a new pillow. If you prefer cooling, this one has our cooling technology, which is unreal. Or here, Italian cubed cut memory foam, love it, sleep on it every day. And so all you have to do is comment which pillow you'd prefer, and I'll take all the people who comment something and we'll raffle them off and send them as a thank you to you guys. So once again, thank you, thank you, thank you.